Hi students, welcome to my channel. In this video, let us learn parallelogram law of vector addition. Now here already I have drawn the parallelogram. The properties of parallelogram are opposite sides are equal and parallel. So these two sides are equal. So both will have same length and same parallel. And these two will have same length and they are parallel to each other. Now let us take two vectors. One is A bar, another is B bar. So A bar is the vector is represented by one side of the parallelogram. So now this length of the side is equal to magnitude of A bar. So direction will be to the right side I am taking. This is A bar vector. Similarly another vector I will take this as B bar. So direction is upward and I am writing this is B bar. So magnitude of this B bar is equal to length of this side and the direction of B bar is upward I am taking here. Now as two vectors have same magnitude and same direction, they are called equal vectors. So these two sides will have same length. So if you take direction also as the same, then these two vectors will have same magnitude and same direction. So they are equal vectors. So if it is A bar, this can be written A bar. This is A bar. Similarly, if it is B bar, here if you take the direction upward, this also can be written as B bar. These two are equal vectors. And now, if you take diagonal passing through O, this diagonal, and you can see these A bar and B bar both are joined in the same order. Then this third side, you take only this triangle. In this triangle, A bar and B bar are in the same order. This third vector which is in opposite order, if it is taken as R bar, this R bar is the addition of A bar and B bar. So from triangle of vector addition, we can write A bar and B bar are in the same order. This R bar is in opposite order. Then you can write R bar equal to A bar plus B bar. So this R bar is the addition of A bar and B bar. So R bar is called resultant vector. Resultant means addition of two vectors. So R bar equal to A bar plus B bar. Now we need to find magnitude of this resultant vector. Magnitude of A bar can be represented by A. Magnitude of B bar can be represented by B. Magnitude of R bar can be represented by R. But we need the expression for R in terms of A and B. Let us take angle between A bar and B bar. This angle as theta. Theta is angle from A to B. Next, let us extend this OP, O to P, and extending here, and drawing from S a perpendicular. So a perpendicular is drawn from S. OP is extended. Here this point is taken as T. Here angle is 90 degrees. And as this angle is theta, this angle also can be theta. Right? And now let us take a triangle. So from the triangle OST. In the triangle OST, in this triangle, let us apply Pythagoras theorem. So square of OS square is equal to OT square plus ST square. Now this OS square equal to OT can be written, OT can be written OP plus PT. This O to T, this total length can be written OP plus PT. OP plus PT. This is written in the place of OT. OT square is there, so whole square plus ST square. Now let us expand it so that it becomes OP square plus 2 into OP into PT plus pt square plus this st square as it is. So a square plus 2ab plus b square formula. A plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square formula. St square as it is. Now op square plus 2 into op into pt plus pt square plus st square. From this small triangle you take this triangle. In this triangle if you apply Pythagoras theorem, ps square is equal to pt square plus st square. Square of hypotenuse equal to sum of squares of other two sides. So ps square equal to pt square plus st square. So pt square plus st square, in the place of this sum, pt square plus st square can be written ps square. So pt square plus st square is written ps square. Now let us write here OS. This length is equal to magnitude of r bar. R bar is the vector. Its magnitude is represented by r. So this OS is equal to r. R square equal to OP square. OP is length. That length equal to magnitude of a bar. Magnitude of a bar is represented by a. So a square plus 2 into OP can again be written. This OP can be written again a. PT. So we want this PT. So for that let us find here. So let us apply cos theta in this small triangle. In this triangle if you apply cos theta equal to adjacent side PT divided by hypotenuse PS. So which implies PT equal to, this PS will come here, PS cos theta. This PS, this length is equal to magnitude of B bar. So magnitude of B bar is B. So PS can be written B. This PS can be written B. This B will come here. So that it can be written B cos theta. Next here sin theta. Let us apply sin theta. Sin theta equal to same triangle, small triangle. Sin theta equal to opposite side ST divided by PS. So this ST can be written again. PS can be written B. This PS is B. So B will come here, B sin theta. So let us substitute here. This PT can be written B cos theta plus PS again can be written, PS can be written B. So B square. So R equal to, square will come to right side and become root. So root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is the formula for magnitude of resultant vector. R is the magnitude of R bar. What is R bar? R bar is the addition of A bar and B bar. Addition of two vectors is called resultant vector. So R bar is called resultant vector. So R is the magnitude of resultant vector. This magnitude of resultant vector mainly depends on theta, where theta is angle between A bar and B bar. Next, let us find direction of resultant vector. So in vectors, direction is mainly represented by angle. So now this is the vector R bar. So it is in what direction? So we can find this angle made by R bar with A bar. So we can say resultant vector makes an angle 30 degree with A bar. Resultant vector makes an angle 45 degrees with A bar. This way we can give the direction of R bar. Direction of R bar is mainly given by angle. Here angle is represented by alpha. Alpha is angle made by resultant vector with A bar. Let us find alpha. So from this triangle, big triangle, let us write tan alpha. So tan alpha equal to, so this is the triangle, big triangle. So tan alpha equal to opposite side ST divided by adjacent side OT. So this ST divided by OT again can be written. OT can be written OP plus PT. So OP plus PT. So which is equal to SP can be written B sin theta. So B sin theta divided by OP can be written A plus PT can be written B cos theta. So tan alpha equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta is the formula for alpha. Alpha is angle made by resultant vector with A bar. So here two formulas, magnitude of resultant vector R formula, tan alpha. Alpha is the direction of resultant vector. These two formulas are very important. Next let us do the special cases in parallelogram law. So this R equal to root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta is the formula for magnitude of resultant vector. R is the magnitude of resultant vector. A and B are magnitudes of two given vectors and theta is angle between these two given vectors. Now if that angle is 0, so angle between two vectors are 0 means, so both the vectors are in the same direction. If it is A bar, B bar is also in the same direction. So A bar and B bar are parallel, like parallel vectors. Then angle between these two vectors is 0 degrees. If theta value 0, what is the magnitude of resultant vector? So R can be written under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Theta value given 0. Cos 0, 1. 1 into 2AB, 2AB. So it is nothing but A square plus B square plus 2AB, A plus B whole square formula. Then R equal to A plus B whole square under root. So root and whole square cancel. Then we get R equal to A plus B. Then you can substitute any angle for theta. You will get the value always less than A plus B. So A plus B is the maximum value for R. So maximum value of resultant is A plus B. Or you can understand directly, here R and cos theta both are proportionally. So if cos theta increases, R increases. When cos theta is maximum, R is maximum. Maximum value of cos theta is 1. So then R value becomes maximum when cos theta is 1. That is what we get, R equal to A plus B. A plus B is the maximum resultant. So R value cannot be more than A plus B. Maximum value of R is A plus B. Similarly, in case 2, if theta value 180 degrees, if theta is 180, theta 180 means two vectors are in opposite direction, A bar and B bar both are in opposite, then angle between them, this angle will be 180 degrees. They are unlike parallel vectors. They are opposite direction. Then let us find magnitude of resultant vector. So R equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Theta value 180, cos 180 minus 1. So 2AB into minus 1 minus 2AB. So A square plus B square minus 2AB is the formula for A minus B whole square. Then R equal to A minus B whole square. Square and this root cancel, we get A minus B. Or we can write B minus A also, whichever is greater, B or A. If B is greater, B minus A. If A is greater, A minus B. Because R is a magnitude of resultant vector. So magnitude can never be negative. Vector can be negative. So right side vector positive, then left side vector should be taken negative. So minus sign indicate opposite in direction. But magnitude, R is a magnitude, it doesn't have a direction. It cannot have negative sign. So it shouldn't be negative means always you should write greater value minus smaller value. Here we don't know which is greater, that's why we are writing it can be A minus B or B minus A. Now here R becomes minimum for theta value 180. You substitute any angle for theta, you get always the value more than a minus b, or at least a minus b. It cannot be less than a minus b. So this is the minimum value for R value. R minimum equal to a minus b or b minus a. Then in general you can write for R. So magnitude of R always should be less than a plus b. Maximum value of R is a plus b. So it can be equal to a plus b also. But it should be always less than a plus b or equal to a plus b. It is equal to a plus b when theta value is 0, when two vectors are in the same direction. Now this R should be greater than a minus b. I will put modulus because it shouldn't be negative. So we can write a minus b or b minus a here. So R value should be always greater than a minus b or it is equal to a minus b. It is equal to a minus b when theta value 180 degree. If two vectors are in opposite direction, we get the resultant a minus b. Subtraction of two magnitudes will give resultant when they are in opposite. When they are in same direction, addition of two magnitudes will give the resultant. Next, another case, let us do case 3. This is important case if you remember. So if theta value 120 degree and A and B both are equal in magnitude. They are not equal vectors. They are equal in magnitude. So let us find resultant. So R equal to under root A square plus B square. A square plus B square. But A and B are equal in our example. They are not equal always. In our example, A and B are equal in magnitude. So let us write B also equal to A. In the place of B, we can write A square. A square plus B square. B is also written A. Plus 2AB. B also can be written A. 2AB cos theta value 120. Cos 120 minus 1 by 2. So 2 get cancelled. So let us find here minus a square. So a square minus a square cancel, a square, square and root cancel. So we will get simply a. So if a and b, two vectors are equal in magnitude and they are at an angle 120 degree, then we get resultant is equal to a. Resultant is also equal to a. In this case, let us find alpha also. So we have tan alpha formula. Tan alpha equal to b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta. Alpha is the angle made by resultant vector with a. So tan alpha equal to b is also equal to a because both are equal. Theta value 120, sin 120 root 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2, cos 120 minus 1 by 2. So here 2 get cancelled, a minus a by 2, a by 2, 2 cancel, a cancel, we get root 3. So root 3 indicates tan alpha value, root 3 indicates alpha value 60 degree. Let us show in the diagram. In the diagram, so here a bar and b bar are two vectors. Simply I am showing, it's not accurate angles. So this is a bar and this is b bar. So angle between a bar and b bar is 120 degree. So a bar and b bar are at an angle 120. So in parallelogram already we have seen, in parallelogram what happens, so opposite sides are equal, right? So if it is a bar, this is a bar, if it is b bar, this is b bar, and the resultant vector is represented by diagonal. This is the resultant vector r bar. So this r value we got equal to a, and this resultant makes an angle alpha, that alpha we got 60. So from this we can conclude, if two vectors are equal in magnitude, and they are at an angle 120, resultant of two vectors is also equal to magnitude of one vector. And the direction of the resultant vector, you see angle between a bar and b bar is 120. The resultant makes 60 degree. Exactly, it is in the middle. It bisects the total angle. So if two vectors are equal in magnitude, not only at 120, you can find in other cases also, whatever angle is there between A and B, when A and B are equal in magnitude, resultant will bisect. So it makes equal angle with A bar and B bar. You can find if A is greater than B, then this resultant makes smaller angle with A, and if B is greater than A, then also you can find resultant will be close to B. Means resultant is close to, makes small angle with vector greater magnitude. Resultant vector makes greater angle with vector of smaller magnitude.